daddy, I'll suck your big black dick for $2.
Good thing we got rid of him.
I like you much better, Barack.
I ain't your bitch, nigga.
I think I have that.
That's gotta be. It's probably one of the more listened to audiobooks. I would.
Oh yeah,
that's because it was the
most biggest celebrity popular book.
Former President Barack Obama.
Oh, those guys are fast.
Unrelated. I'm. Excuse me.
Definitely not relevant to this fucking episode.
Don't want to disparage the previous administration.
It's definitely not fucking happening in this episode. No facts here.
This episode, I just gotta warn everyone right now. This episode is too hetero for school.
Gay, straight up, no fag alert.
No fags allowed. Last week we did, or 2 weeks ago we did All Seek ABC.
That was pretty gay.
2 episodes ago. That's there you go. That was our gift to you, buddies. And now you got to leave. You have to. I'm afraid you have to go. I'm sorry.
Our hetero quotient is about to be cranked up. You know,
about to be. You have some time because we're gonna do the pre-show conversing here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you have like probably 10, 15 minutes before your ass is grass. So I would probably just leave now to be careful.
Declan, you teased me with a scintillating anecdote.
Oh no. No, I didn't. I told you it wasn't exciting at all.
No, see, I'm burying the lead.
Oh, what's the lead then?
You said that you were at Walmart before we were at. You were at Ambiguous Chain Store before we went to Ambiguous Chain Store.
Don't wanna dox Walmart.
They're lawyers, man. They're like bloodhounds. Walmart. They know.
Yeah. Before we went to Walmart, I went to Walmart because I had to buy. I have to genocide some flies. I have flies in my. I spend most of my time in a basement, and one day, just some flies showed up, and I killed 13 flies in one night. And they're like. So I've seen plenty of houseflies before. Those are very normal. I'm used to those. Okay, no problem with those. I can almost like just sort of sit around and let those do their
Shrug
thing.
them off.
I'm not going to get up out of my seat to kill a housefly. If I'm already walking around and it's bothering me, then maybe. Or if I'm eating.
If it's within arm's reach, you'll go for the spot.
I am plenty acclimated to houseflies. These things are, I would say, the size of a full-grown man.
Oh.
And they make noises like a scream, like a screech, like they like it's, but it's not like, hey, I'm a fly. It's like it sounds like they're in agony and they're bleeding from they're bleeding from every single one of their compound eyes at once. It's like a fondue fountain of thick, gooey insect innards all the time.
Declan, how would you feel if your lifespan was only a month? I'd be screaming the whole time too.
That's true, but the fact that they walk upright really makes me uncomfortable to be around them all the time, and that's when I'm around them is all the time. They're always down there.
What kind of cars do they drive?
It's just like Miatas. Like they think they're so fucking cool. Fucking Jesus.
Do they
just like shit in them, right in them. It's terrible.
Just tricking out their Miatas with shit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a real waste. Like I know they made a lot of Miatas, but it's like, man, why you got to do that?
Did they stance them? Did they stance those Miatas?
No, they don't even bother to stance. They just like
stance
rusty and just they don't know what to do with them. And like so I had to go to Walmart to buy some big ribbons to catch them. And
some Cyclone B.
Some big old... Yeah, I'm going to fill my house with Cyclone B. Sorry, my 2 cats and turtle. It's, sometimes
collateral damage.
You got to make sacrifices.
Got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, man.
If I were to invade the fly's homeland, there'd be much greater casualties, so I'm just taking kind of the easy way out.
Don't we all?
So yeah, there's no universe in which these fucking this fly paper works. Like, there's no way that these flies they're too smart. They know when I have the fly swatter out because they leave, they go away, and as soon as I set it down, they fucking they open my closet door and they're like, "Hey, I'm back."
Well, all their crippled fly buddies like, "No, go away."
They don't even get it's like even with the swatter doesn't even kill them half the time. They just keep going. They don't care. They don't care at all.
They're getting stronger.
They're getting so strong, and it's just
brutal, man.
yeah. So yeah, I have a bunch of fucking stupid looking sticky ribbons hanging from my basement roof, hoping that they'll just sort of fly into it like a bunch of dumbasses.
They're both literally and figuratively tacky.
I have them hanging up by tacks, so yeah.
Wow, it's like triple tack.
What's the other tack?
Well, there's tackiness, and like, oh, that's so tacky.
Yeah, no.
And then there's tacky, as in like they're literally sticky. You know?
Oh, is that what tacky means?
Mm-hmm. Like yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, like traps have never worked out for me. Once I had a yellow jacket nest, and I just put a nice cup, a bottle of red wine right in front of them, and they I didn't get a single one. It's bullshit.
You're trying to seduce them or something?
Bugs are
Were you trying to bring them to bed?
I read that's what they liked.
Sensuous.
Yeah, no.
This is a sensuous yellow jacket.
I mean, it was like cooking wine. I mean, it was pretty cheap. I don't know.
I've seduced girls with less. Dude, if you put it into a wine flute, no one's gonna know.
You put a bar of Xanax in there, and they're just out cold instantly. You know. They black the fuck out. They don't remember anything.
We're setting the tone for this episode.
Yeah, no, we're getting it. We're just getting the atmosphere.
Absolute misogyny.
Getting the atmosphere nice and rapey.
We're
easing our toes into the rape.
We're filling the air with misogyny just to get ready for what's about to transpire.
You can date rape men too. I don't really know what this is about misogyny.
Misogyny.
Because misogyny is so. That's the worst joke I've ever made. You gave me 3 shots of vodka and I haven't had dinner yet. It's not my fault.
You know how I got that? You know how I got that outdoor shower?
Oh yeah, the pump one with the kerosene.
No, you know the outdoor by.
Oh, just your yeah.
There were yellow jackets in that last year.
Oh yeah, no, they love wood.
And I was fucking. I was getting my shower on, scrubbing down.
Why would you shower? Your house is right next to it. I'm not sure why you would.
I like to be one with nature.
Okay,
sure. It's like I just see like a bird flying overhead. I'm like, I get you, bird.
Stung by yellow jackets in the urethra.
My
like,
fucking scrot wasn't the same. No, they got my legs. It was real bad. I also drove. I don't know if you've ever, when you're mowing, there's a lot of hazards that you have to overcome. I don't know if you, but
I've mowed a lot. Yeah, that's I guess.
Have you ever mowed over ground hornets?
No, that's my worst nightmare.
Not good.
No, that's the number one thing you don't want to do.
If I had to approximate the sound I made, it was like.
You just knew instantly.
I'm like, are there needles going to my legs? I'm like, functionally yes.
Needles.
So then I ran away.
I mean, yeah,
and they were swarming around.
Oh my god,
swarming around my mower. I'm like, motherfucker.
I thought that only happened in fucking forum posts.
Tunisia.
Yeah, and in Tunisia, the country of the Yellow Jackets, Tunisia.
They lost it. They lost Tunisia to the Yellow Jackets, man.
It's like the resistance games. It's like, yeah, no, we just lost Eastern Europe. I don't know where Tunisia is, but yeah, no, it's gone. We've lost it to the Jackets. What would the soldiers call Yellow Jackets? Would they call them Jacks? Like, yeah, the Jacks are moving it. They're advancing.
I'm trying to think.
Like Norks,
Stripers! We got stripes coming down the side of the
yellows. That's already kind of used.
Not since the 40s, since the
50s.
60s.
I guess 70s.
That came kind of slope, but
yeah.
But stripers,
slants. It's legal now.
I could definitely see that band, man.
Yeah, no, we can say it. Thanks to you, Slants.
I'm gonna listen to your music now.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, you name your band the Slants, and you're a bunch of Asian fellows. I'm in.
No, the reason you're listening to them is because they sued the U.S. government. You heard them in the news. That's why.
Yeah.
There's no reason. It doesn't matter. They call themselves the Slants.
Well, no.
I wouldn't have even noticed. I would just been like, yeah, a slant. That's like a direction. I wouldn't have even put 2 and 2 together.
The first time I saw the article, there was a picture of them. So
Did you know that was a slur though?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Is it Top Gear got into hot water?
Oh, did it?
No,
not Top Gun. Top Gear.
Top Gear, the television program from the great UK. They got into hot water over. It was slopes then, but I think they also said slants, and they didn't. They got into hot water.
Wow, I can't. Man, Top Gear must have been. that must have been untouchable. The fact that they did that, even if like of course they got in hot water. But
it's a shame that producer wasn't untouchable.
The producer was not was
he was definitely
punchable.
tangible for sure.
Yeah, but Christ,
no, they got away with saying slopes. It was a joke where they were driving around in like. Forgive me, I don't remember what Asian nation it was. I believe it was Vietnam. And they were he pulled off, and there was a reveal in a shot where his license plate said slope as he pulled away.
Oh wow, man, that new one then is just gonna be like fucking like this car is loved by dirty niggers. They're just gonna be smoking cigars the whole time and fucking.
We found another chink in the armor, and then he just looks right at the camera. This Chinese car is of superior superior breed, but can we find a chink in the armor? Yeah, that kind of same joke.
And
that
they just pan over their friend Wang. He's like, he waves at the camera. Hey, hello.
I endorse this joke. I'm glad that we've had this little bit of levity before we get into a very serious subject matter.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is just a nice romance show. We finally did it. We had to get around to it eventually.
They said we could.
Yeah, no. It was kind of obvious, but but we had to. Yeah, we gave it like 50 or so. Actually, this is 49. Damn, we were close. Not that 50 has to be anything really.
Oh, it
special,
will be.
or not that this show is even that special. But we finally watched School Days. Days of schools past.
My past week of my life has been an unending torment.
I don't know why. I'm curious as to you said this show affected your life greatly. I'm not sure what that means. That could mean a bunch of things.
I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Okay.
I would like it left a definite impression. Like when you watch. Let's say a Schindler's List for the first time, and like the next day of your life is just ruined because you're just reflecting on the horrors that you've just endured.
I haven't watched that movie.
It's all right, but but there were definitely episodes of the show that I would like. Okay, I'm gonna put this down for now and go do other things. And when I was doing other things, I would just be reflecting on how. Just the utter darkness that it was portrayed. I couldn't form an opinion on it until like the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's I don't know. We'll get in more in depth. But this show is this is like the most normie bad show. Like this is what people who've only seen Netflix anime will cite when they're like, "Oh, what's a really bad anime?"
I couldn't see them getting that far into it though. I couldn't.
No, they haven't seen it. They just heard about it because I mean, say what you will about the show, it's still being talked about 10 years later. It has been 10 years, by the way.
10-year anniversary, baby.
It's almost exactly, I think, the 10-year anniversary. It's the show people start like, oh yeah, no, this show is infuriating and ridiculous and bad. And it's called School Days, and it's based on a visual novel from 2005. And the show's by TNK. Aired in 2007.
Good year.
And it's about a little boy named Makoto Ito, and he is on a quest to. I'm not really sure what his goal is on the outside. It seems kind of normal.
He wanted to get with Katsura.
He sees a girl on a subway named Katsura. What the fuck?
Sayanji.
No, Sayanji is Sekai.
Oh.
Katsura Kotonaha.
Okay, that's where his pet name came from. Because he kind of combined.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
What is he?
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, he just calls her.
It's Kotonoha. Okay.
He just calls her Kotonoha.
Maybe that was because he was reverting. We'll get into it.
Wait, what's your? Yeah, I think
you guys better be up to date on what referring to somebody by their first or last name means in the Japanese culture. Otherwise, you're gonna be lost for a few episodes.
Oh man, I can't imagine the people making this show like having a spreadsheet. Like, okay, this person calls this person first name, this person last name, this person.
It means something.
We both memorized the names of these characters way better than any anime I think I've ever watched.
Easily.
I don't know what Yoko from Gurren Lagann's last name is. No idea.
What the fuck?
Is it Yoko?
Unimportant.
Is it Yoko Taro? Or is that someone else?
Bruh. How am I supposed to remember that?
I don't fucking know. What's Shimon's last name? Fuck it. Don't know.
Dude, you only need to remember one show from 2007's character names, and it's this one.
Lelouch, I know, obviously.
Lamperouche.
Yeah, no, that's easy. But Callan, that's Statfield. Okay, I remember some of them, okay? But like this show, this show isn't as good as Code Geass, but I remember everyone's fucking name.
It turns out.
Yeah, so this show, I guess the basic plot synopsis is it's a romance story. Or it starts out as a romance story between Makoto and this very plain girl.
Let's call her conservative.
Very boring, straight-laced
her
lady.
Innocence is what makes her appealing. You know, it's
and of course, innocence implies gigantic knockers.
Oh, she's stacked.
Big old badoompadooms.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, and it's a love story between them, but then it's a love triangle, and then it's a love like square, and then it's like
more of a circle,
and then it's like a love prism where it's like all these things go into a single point. I don't know what that shape's called.
The third dimension just doesn't even, or the second dimension doesn't even encapsulate what's really going on.
This is a fourth dimension fuckfest of horror. So yeah, this there's a lot of infidelity. And by a lot, I mean it's kind of the entire show.
It's the premise, basically.
It's the premise of the show is he fucks everyone, and that's kind of it. And then it ends, and maybe we'll get into that later. But yeah, what did you think of this? What was your overall? Take me through the process. Like you're watching this. Like I don't know how much you know about this show when you start. Like I know, I know pretty much everything except for the detailed plot points. Like I know the main character is not well liked generally. I know that there's lots of fucking. I know he fucks everyone, and I know it ends in murder. That's it.
Okay.
So what are you doing going into this? Tell me your story.
What I brought to the show was that I knew that it was infamous, and that it was a romance, and that's basically it. That's basically all I knew was that people had very strong opinions about this show. I would say overwhelmingly negative.
There was so little in my glass and nothing spilled out.
There you go.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I knew was it was a romance story, and the people had very strong opinions, and I kind of had an inkling of infidelity. I did inkling of infidelity, basically, was it. I'm like, just from what I had observed from the ether, from places I don't even remember where, I could have possibly read. But, and there was definitely periods when I was watching the show where my opinion on it was formulating throughout time, where it's like the first couple of episodes, I'm like, this is rather unremarkable.
Oh, yeah, no, it's very standard. I mean, the first couple episodes are basically, I was comparing it to Tsukigaki Rei, which is airing this season.
It's deceptive.
Which is the most standard romance ever. Like it's textbook teenage relationship, but it's just told it's very down to earth, so it's actually enjoyable. But it's like it's just that. It's just like, hey, these two awkward high schoolers are going out now.
Yeah,
that's it.
And I saw some warning signs early on where it's like, okay, maybe this show's going to be about where different levels of maturity in terms of relationship, where you have Ito, who's coming in with his own maturity, where he's very one-minded, Makoto, where he's looking for that physical action because he's a high school teenager, he's a high school boy.
Yeah, no, but yeah, he's very much more horny than most characters in anime right off the bat.
And he's able to he wants to act on it. He's groping titties within the first couple episodes.
Yeah, he's just like yep.
And
relatable.
And
pretty relatable until like episode I don't know 6, 7.
It was always
10.
relatable to me.
Yeah, I know it is.
But and Katsura's immature in her. She's committed to this relationship with this guy, and she doesn't understand what this relationship entails. Like she doesn't understand this is going to be a physical relationship.
Just like what, you want to touch the boobs?
Exactly.
I thought you liked me for my terrible cooking. She's not good at cooking. She makes hot lemonade.
And this is a somewhat, down to or reasonable at this point. You can conceive of this happening in real life.
Maybe in Japan. Yeah.
And as the show progresses, you kind of see this thing forming where Sekai has her own. She has desires for Sekai being
Sekai is the childhood friend who sort of serves as his wingman through the first few episodes. Like she introduces them, She tells him what to do. She basically takes care of everything. She really wants them to get together for some reason, even though it's very obviously hinted that she likes Makoto.
It's because she has like when people say, if you want the best for somebody you like, you would want them to just be happy. And she's very much following that sort of philosophy.
She's deluding herself. She's like, yeah, no, I don't care about him. I can deal with it.
Oh, this is great. And so she obviously has designs on him. And then she enters they enter this kind of relationship where she's going to be doing quote unquote relationship training with him, which is kind of... the idea, I think, was to establish boundaries, but it ends up kind of pulling them away and tearing the boundaries down, sexual boundaries between. So, or am I wrong? But that's what I perceived it to be.
I don't remember. I thought it was always just kind of an excuse to fuck. I mean, for him, it was.
No, it definitely was. But like, I see that happening. Like, okay, so this is going to be about this affair, and the slippery slope of like falling in, like you give into this initial desire. It's like, okay, my girlfriend isn't putting out, but this other girl wants it. So I'm just going to allow myself, because it's just quote unquote relationship training, I'm going to allow myself this little cheat. And then after a certain point, I realized, this is a fucking train. This train is off the rails.
What did you expect?
You can't possibly write the path that we've embarked upon.
Yeah, I mean, Sekai kisses him in episode 1. It's like
innocent,
not even
innocent kiss.
No, it's on the lips.
It's an innocent kiss, and it's like, I just need this one thing from you. You're like, oh, okay, they're going to get together later on. It's not. It doesn't come across as overtly nefarious.
I don't know, man.
I was giving her a lot of credit because I liked Sekai at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's you. Like, even in the first episode, maybe it's just because I knew what was going to happen, but I started getting hints of underlying weirdness where, like, Katsura thought it was really romantic how this fucking schlubby dude stared at her on a train every day.
I had the same thing where it's like
this is
that's rapey as shit.
But it's like, it's not. It's just It's just uncomfortable. It's just like a thing that would just be like, oh, this fucking guy.
Have you ever seen?
But like the fact that she is like, oh my, this beautiful knight in shining armor fucking stares at me.
There's something functionally wrong with her. There's a naivete to her.
She's just empty. Everyone in the show is empty except for Sekai, who at first is like first of all, she's the person with the most personality. She's like the sort of busybody, like active, helping him out, wingman, childhood friend.
Yeah,
she's cheerful and go get him, and she's giving him all kinds of advice.
Genki,
and she seems like she just seems like the most sensible person for whatever reason. Like, she's the only person who says things and has reason behind the things she says. Exactly. She's like, hey, you can't grope this girl because she's not used to it. She doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
She's the voice of reason. I'm totally with her, and that's why that endeared me to Sekai.
She's absolutely the voice of reason for the first few episodes, and then it just goes out the window with every other character.
That's the kind of, but even with her, it's like you kind of see it as she slips and gives into her own desires, and then the first 6 episodes of this are honestly quite compelling, because I'm like, wow, this is an interesting direction to take the show. I mean, the entire thing's compelling in a weird way, but like the first 6 episodes, I would posit are generally good, or I would propose are generally good in that, like, I get exactly what Sekai is doing, and she becomes almost the focal point for me. Like, Ito is the most totally bumbling and clueless character in the history of anime.
And I feel like he just gets worse. Like, because as the things he does get worse, the writers, I feel like, couldn't be fucking asked to even write dialogue for him to justify the things that he was doing, because it was so ridiculous. Well, so this dude, I swear to God, barely fucking talks for the second half of this show. Yeah. He does not say anything. He only dicks.
He's completely
succumbed. All of he says is or he gets interrupted. Like, because they can't figure out anything for him to say, because the shit he's doing is unimaginable.
He's
He's
completely given in. He's a teenager who's been given a direct line to pussy, and a teenager who's been given direct line to pussy is just going to be like
I
this.
guess.
He's a vessel for just fucking desire. You know,
but I feel like he just becomes more of a plot device where it's just like, okay, we need this dude. We need this dude to just become a mindless fuck machine.
I entirely agree.
And we can't come up with anything for him to say. So literally, all he says is, well, or he starts to say something, and someone interrupts him. I swear to God,
we are entirely on the same page. I don't understand what his motivations are at a certain point because he's just going from girl to girl, and it's like he talks to like 8 girls in the same day and fucks like 2 of them, and then like there's a point in the show where he has to decide who he's going to go dance with, and I never once understood what his thought process was as to who he was supposed to dance with.
Yeah, no,
he exists just to do terrible things to these girls.
His actions are just. Not predictable in the slightest.
Yes.
Like, I wanted to fuck real bad when I was 15, but I could explain like, yes, no, I want to fuck real bad, and I don't care who I have to destroy to get there. But he just like, this girl
just wound up in my bedroom, and now I'm fucking her. Like
it's yeah.
If a girl falls on top of Ito, he will fuck. Basically, is the rule of the show.
Wherever he goes, he must fuck.
But anyways, I forgot where we got off on this rap. This is basically how you discuss this show, I would say, is through exasperated like explosions.
Yeah, there's one episode where the entire conflict is like, ooh, who's he gonna choose to dance with? Because that's who he chooses, right? That's
nope.
That's who he's finally gonna go. First of all, that we don't get any insight as to how he chooses who he chooses. And second of all, he doesn't choose that person in the end. There's no.
It's because he doesn't get a scene alone. He doesn't have a scene by himself for the last half of the show. He is always accompanied by some girl, you know?
Yeah, and all they need was some motivation. All they need is to provide, like, if he had something going on in his life, like if he had even something as cliched as like abusive parents or a bad father figure.
No parents in this show, motherfucker.
Zero adults, actually, I don't think.
Yeah, I can't. There's nary a single adult in this program.
Now that I think about it, there wasn't a single teacher, actually.
Nope.
Shit.
It's always like sets it in front of the classroom.
It is school days. Yeah, so like all they needed was just like, oh, this person's just like pull a fucking shitty Evangelion, whatever. Like, oh, this person's traumatized because whatever, so they're real fucked up, and this person has insecurity issue, whatever. No, nothing. No background information on these characters. I don't think
it is entirely a kid's world, and it's really interesting because there's no sort of like outward morality. There's no external forces enacting on these people.
It's a closed system.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
It is literally if you just let teenagers run wild with any sort of social structure to guide them, they will end up in this weird harem.
Yeah, you know what?
Destructive
It would
world.
make more sense if these kids were on a desert island because then it would be like, okay, now everything gets real dark because there's no guiding forces.
Yeah.
So it just becomes a weird backstabbing dick carnival.
The most alpha guy will fuck every single girl in this circle.
And then everyone will murder each other. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Just set it on an island. That's all they... Oh my God, we're fixing this show.
This is so strange. No, we're not fixing it. The show is perfect.
It was oddly enjoyable, I gotta say. I watched multiple episodes in a row and I didn't get bored. I was like, I gotta see what the fuck is going on.
There were times where like one more episode and then I would watch the next episode. Like, I can't stop now. Like, this girl just saw them making out while the train was passing by. How am I supposed to stop now? You know, like, and what a strange show.
It's and I downloaded the game like years ago and I never really played it. I looked through because I wanted to see the porn scenes because I want to see who he actually fucked compared to the show. I looked through all the game CGs, all the pictures, and there's only Kotonoha and Sekai and the two mean girls.
Otome and then
the one that we barely even get a name of.
Circle Hair, I'll call her.
Yes, loop hair.
Loop hair.
And there might have been the Setsuna. I don't actually remember if she's even in the fucking game. But that's it. He doesn't have these crazy. I think the climax of his sexual exploits is when he invites. So there's a troop of girls in the school who bully Kotonoha.
Relentlessly.
I just referred to them as the mean girls because I don't know all their names.
Bullies,
but it's like 5 or 6 girls. And one of them is actually another childhood friend of his who gets more characterization. Another one who has a crush on his comic relief male friend, and then like 3 or 4 others.
Taisuke.
And there's one point where he has all of them over at his house because they're wondering like, ooh, how good is he if he's fucking all these ladies?
Insane.
And then he closes the door. And first of all, I'm very upset they didn't show this because like if you're gonna sink to these kinds of depths of depravity, it's not in the game. You just give it to me. Come on.
They almost show less sex the more he has. I would say, where it's like by the end, because
the first time he fucks is recent Windows update summary, Devender summary. The first time he fucks is when he finally, when him and Sekai can't contain their sexual tension anymore, and he's getting blue ball too hard, so they fuck, and it's they just shows him in the bed. And there's vocalizations.
Implied sexual.
Yeah. And then it eventually just becomes just like, okay, now he's sitting next to this girl, they're buttoning up their shirts. So,
it's so routine. It's just bizarre. What a bizarre.
Yeah. So like it starts out with his friend Sekai, and they do the training thing because she's trying to help him out with boundaries and whatever. Mm-hmm. And then like when does it? I'm going to look through my notes. Like when does he start? It wasn't until a bit later actually when they get to the Culture Fest when the Culture Fest is when Sekai's little tiny friend Setsuna, who we should talk about because she's becomes a character at some point, and
for a bit.
And Mean Girl number 1, who's his childhood friend, Setsuna kisses him in his sleep, so he actually doesn't know about that. That's actually not on him. Rare instance. And Mean Girl number 1, they fuck in the secret sex lounge that they have
in the rest area.
This whole school is kind of raunchy. They have this secret sex lounge in the Cultural Fest.
This is what I'm saying about it being just like it's teenagers run rampant.
Yeah.
There's just there's a garbage can filled with used fucking tissues, and there's a like a fucking bottle of KY on a shelf. Like it's
I didn't notice those.
It's dirty in here, man.
Jeez.
Like and it's functionally sanctioned, like this is the money's going somewhere.
Yeah, and it's very sudden because it's not like he suddenly realizes he has game and starts fucking. It's like this girl who we didn't even know knew him at all suddenly decides that he's her childhood friend and that she loves him and that she's gonna just bring him to a room and fuck his brains out. I was like, wait, what does she do? Like, and then he fucks Loop Hair Girl, and her and Mean Girl number 1 look similar enough.
Entirely the same thing.
That I was sure it was just like, oh, it's just another after sex scene.
Well, I thought it was a reveal.
And then I was like, wait a second, that's her? Because there was another subplot where Mean Girl number 2, Loop Hair, was trying to get with his comic relief friend because he has a comic relief friend where he of course, like all school anime, he has the silly horny friend who's just trying to get with whoever, and he's very silly. Like in
all school anime, his comic relief friend rapes a girl.
That was gotta talk about that. But hold on, let me finish my train of thought. His comic and it's very standard. Like, oh no, one of these girls has a crush on this friend, even though he's very wacky and not very attractive, and it's cute. And then at some point she gave up. The friend has a bit of a crush on Kotonoha, but she keeps cock blocking him because Kotonoha is going out with Makoto. Mm-hmm. So eventually, Loop Hair gives up and just fucks Makoto. I was watching this pillow talk scene with them basically, and it was like, oh, okay, he fucked Mean Girl number 1. And I was like, wait a second, no, that's the first girl.
I do think
that's what's going on.
I think it's a reveal because, like, I had the exact same reaction because you don't realize until and like, wait a minute, and then she puts the loops in her hair. I'm like, whoa!
Like, it was on purpose. Yeah, it might have been totally on purpose.
No,
it was crazy.
I had the same reaction, but we should talk about the rape.
Okay, yeah, because I was so confused. Like, during this Culture Festival arc, or was it just one episode? I don't know.
I think it was an arc. I would say there's 3 episodes.
Sure. Okay. The whole time, the conflict is Makoto needs to decide who to dance with at the After Fest bonfire, and his friend's trying to get with Kotonoha, and Makoto's cheating on Kotonoha and is basically ignoring her at this point. That's the other thing, is he basically starts ignoring her to be with Sekai, and also during the course of this fest, 2 other women, and at one point is the comic relief friend finally just like confronts Kotonoha and is like, hey, this guy is totally ignoring you. We got to get together. And he hugs her. And then it cuts to her walking out of this room with a blood trail behind her. And I'm like, oh, okay, here's the murder everyone was talking about. Like, she totally killed his friend. Like, okay, this is the foreshadowing. This is like, oh no, someone's going to get killed. And then later on, it's going to re-manifest itself. But then they never bring it up ever. And he offhandedly mentions something like, oh yeah, sorry about what happened last night. And then there's nothing.
Did you miss there was a brief insert or it was like during another scene, they were cutting away to Taisuke thrusting and saying Kotonoha over, I love you, Kotonoha.
What?
Yes.
They did?
Yes, they did.
Was I watching a different that definitely never happened.
It's like it's his back, and then you hear rustling of clothing, and then I love you, Kotonoha.
I swear,
it was very brief.
I swear I wasn't wasted when watching this show. I don't remember that. I remember every shot just having him hugging her. I don't know.
That hugging, it looked like hugging, but it was the sound.
Oh, there was kind of a...
Yeah. I don't think it was that. It was like clothes rustling. But
it'd be hard to rape from that. But you got to break a hymen. You got to be deliberate about it. I don't know.
But I mean, it seems like it worked.
Yeah, I guess. But like,
he was stoked the next day at school. By the way,
like the fact that he wasn't like, because if he had come into school like deeply ashamed, that I would have been like, and then it would have clicked for me. Like, oh, okay, rape. Like, he assaulted her somehow, but he's just like everyone's they're making comments like, oh, he seems cheerful today. So I was just like, wait, what? Who got killed? What's going on? They gotta come back to this, and then they never did. So I was very confused. He was cheerful about raping someone, and he was never like a bad person outside of that. It was just kind of horny.
This seems in line with the rest of the show to me, where there were numerous moments between Seikai and Ito where it seemed like Seikai was saying, no, I don't want this kind of progression, and he was putting himself onto her. It seemed similar enough to me where I was putting it together.
It was always like as soon as he pushed a little bit forward, she would give in. But there was never just like, hey, it's rape time.
But with Seikai had, like, she very obviously is interested in, but I think the idea is that Katsura just kind of like was so shocked that she just froze basically and let it happen.
But it almost seemed to me like she didn't even notice because she was thinking about Makoto the whole time. Because she comes out of that room
functionally the same thing,
with the blood just going, hey, Makoto.
Functionally the same thing. And she's broken at this. It's the second half of the show is basically just her saying, but I'm dating Makoto. Yeah,
because everyone's just like, no, you're not. And again, if Makoto would just explain himself and just say a single sentence would resolve much, which is why they can't have him say anything. He doesn't fucking say anything. Everyone's just like, hey, are you dating Kotonoha or Seikai? And he's just like, what do you... He never fucking says anything to anyone. He doesn't say shit, which is why, like, if he just went to Kotonoha or Seikai, he just said anything. He doesn't tell Seikai he's dating her. He doesn't tell Kotonoha he's dating Seikai. Nothing. He doesn't want to resolve anything. He just keeps stringing everybody along. It's insane.
I've seen these people. I've seen these people. I've seen these people.
Oh, it's
this is real.
Okay. No,
yeah, no,
it's
entirely
I'm not really. But because he doesn't cut off all communication. There's a word for that. It's not. I think it's cold.
Ghosting.
Ghosting. There we go. He doesn't ghost her. He blocked Setsuna, who is Seikai's little friend, who's sort of acts as like a busybody who's trying to keep him dedicated,
keep him in line, man,
fidelic or whatever. She blocks Kotonoha on his phone at one point, but he never ghosts her. Like, he still talks to her a little bit. She comes up.
He's definitely.
She asks him out, and he doesn't immediately say no. Like, no, we're not dating anymore. He's just like, oh, well, again.
That was one particular instance where he took a look at her cans. Every time he looks at her cans, he's basically roped back into the relationship.
He's doing a like cost benefit analysis in his head. He's just like, well. It's not like she's going to kill anyone if I break up with her.
This is what leads me to think that Ito's retarded. I think like Makoto might be retarded.
He basically becomes retarded. Everyone kind of becomes retarded. No one can explain anything they want or do. Nothing. Seikai becomes completely crazy because the fact that everyone doesn't just abandon this man. All he causes. Everyone is so fucking miserable in the last like 5 episodes of the show. Everyone is just despondent just with absolute
I've witnessed
sadness.
this. I've witnessed this in person.
Oh my God.
No, I've witnessed this.
College sounds like it sucks.
There was this dude whose name I will omit. Where
Did you live with him?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was a friend of a friend, and several women that I knew. This is like, if you know women for long enough, you'll talk to them about who they're interested in, or who they've been interested in the past. Just comes up.
Yeah.
And multiple girls that I had spoken to brought up the fact that they were into this dude and that he strung them along forever and then never.
But like strung them along as in like they fucked or like they were dating, or just like
I believe it was fondlage. And
fondlage.
I never got the full. But to women, that contact is enough to string them along.
That would give you some. Assumption, like.
But I don't want to say that it was fondlage, but this rung very true to me. Where it's like I have seen just this weird, charismatic sociopath work his magic.
But if they made him charismatic, it would have been one thing. But this man is a blank slate. He's the most. He's not hot.
Yeah,
he's not confident. He's not rich. Maybe he's rich. I don't know.
It's just imagine Declan
these baggy ass fucking clothes.
I'm sorry to go back to this, but like, imagine my surprise when the third time a girl tells me that she was interested in this dude, and like I'm like, how the fuck do you guys not see this? Like, this is insane. This is all of your friends have been hurt by this guy, and you're still going for it. Nuts. Anyways, Makoto's a fucking dweeb. He's got this. It was 2007, but he's got this like. I thought his look was ill, where he had this fucking jacket over top of a turtleneck.
The turtleneck
but then his pants were so baggy, and I'm pretty sure they were tearaway cargo pants, or zip off, where you could zip off your pants into cargo pants. I'm pretty sure there was a scene where he's wearing those in this show.
Wow,
nuts!
We got to bring those back. Those are pretty useful.
They're very, very useful on a film set. Let me tell you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you don't have time to change clothes on a film set, and you're just like,
just any day really when it's going to go from cool to hot, you gotta.
It's practical. They're practical.
It's nice, except it's hard to get them back on. But I digress. So let's see. What have we not talked about? I mean, there's
pregnancy.
Well, I mean, we can get to that. I mean, let's think about Setsuna. Like, she starts out like she's like Sekai is like she's just way too attached to her, and it's kind of weird.
She's weirdly dollish in the beginning, where she's just kind of like a vacuous.
He's kind of emotionless, like more so than all the other characters.
Uh-huh.
And then also she just loves Makoto for no reason, even though it seems like at first it seems like she's obsessed with just keeping Sekai's relationship good because she wants Sekai to be happy.
It's a red herring.
But then she's just into Makoto like everyone else apparently is. And then in episode 10, finally, Makoto breaks up with Kotonoha. He's like, okay, no, we're not dating. We're not doing this anymore. And then by the end of, or was it that episode, or when was that?
I think it might have been 11.
No. Oh, no, it was the end of 10. Kotonoha is officially mind broke. We see the eyes. We see them disappear. And it's like, oh, man. But then they just come back later, so I don't know. But she's still crazy, so I guess the eyes don't really matter. This fucking show.
Yeah.
Yes, and then, Sekai becomes pregnant. And
how is Babby formed? Let me tell you.
Fucking, I don't know. I wonder how many times they banged.
It seemed like she spent the night a lot.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But Kotonoha was the only girl. He never got it. He never scored with her. Here lies Makoto. He never scored except for all those times.
The white whale, man.
The big titty white. She has the biggest. I think. I mean, he makes a point of her gigantic sweater pillows.
She fondles them in the tub at one point.
There's man. I've been so caught up in the drama that I'm thinking about the nudity in the show, and there's actually very little. But there's some. Like, there's at one point where she's just in the bath and you see him, and she's like, "Oh, I guess boys are really these."
It's not very sexy.
Are those the only nipples in the show?
I would maybe. I don't know. I'd have to go back and they're in the opening. There's nipples in the opening.
They're like flesh nipples though.
It's like the Digimon has that level of nipple in it.
Wait, really? Digimon?
I was not being literal with that, but I think Digimon Tamer. No,
I mean they have the the full body. You know, they have like full body nudity without any genitals drawn, right? Just like the Ken doll.
That's in season 4. That's Digimon. That's Digimon Frontier, please.
Digimon After Dark.
We don't talk about Digimon Frontier.
All right, sure. I wasn't planning on it.
Except for the opening. The opening to Digimon Frontier is fucking incredible. But
sure.
It's got like weird flute shit going. We got to use that to close out this episode.
I'll try to remember.
Digimon Frontier is amazing.
It was Makoto getting Sekai pregnant that finally made all these fucking girls ghost him
for a bit. There's
a transition. Like there's no sudden transition. It's just like there's no change in his character. He doesn't have a monologue. Nothing happens to him. He just suddenly starts fucking all these women, and it's
between episodes.
Suddenly he has this list of contacts in his phone that he's scrolling through, and there's so many names that we haven't even seen. It's like, whoa!
It's like an implied time skip.
And at one point, they find out that he's planted a seed, and they all block him, and he's very upset about this.
But he's still getting laid.
He's still getting... No, he's not really. That's when he's wandering around town, and Sekai is trying to make it work by like being a housewife lady, but he's wandering around town.
Oh yeah,
not interested. And even when she tells him that she's pregnant, he can't say anything. He's just like, well, I don't know.
He never says anything.
No. But yeah, he's wandering through town. And he finds Kotonoha, who's ready to take him back, and is very crazy. So
which is the best time to take somebody back.
So he's just like, all right, only pussy I got left.
Fuck.
And then you can guess the rest. There's murder, and Kotonoha kills everyone. And she keeps his head, and she's...
Well, Sekai kills...
Oh, right, yeah.
Ito.
Sekai kills him. Kotonoha kills Sekai, and then Kotonoha takes his head and goes boating with it.
On a yacht,
forever,
I guess?
On a boat that she had. I don't know where she got that boat. Suddenly they start talking about a boat, and I don't know where that happened. I don't remember that happening. I don't know. Yeah, what a television program. I don't know if this is... I should play that game. I don't know what happens at the end. I don't think...
It can't be that.
The only scenes I saw of murder in what I was looking at when I was looking for all the porn was Kotonoha killing Makoto.
I gotta pee.
Okay.
Should I leave it rolling?
Just leave it rolling. No, I'm not editing this shit. Yeah, I didn't see Sekai killing anyone. I didn't see anyone else getting murdered, so I don't know. But wait, I got it.
I feel like we gave Setsuna her due.
I don't know whether she doesn't do it. She just kisses him, and then she says, "Hey, if you're good to Sekai, you can bang me." Also, then I fly to France. And then she flies to France.
Then she's gone forever.
Gone forever.
Yep. Why did she bang him?
Because she loves him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no one else gets killed, or I didn't see anyone else get killed.
What happens to anybody else? We never see.
Well, I mean, who cares? They're high school students. I mean, yeah, it's.
They live out their school days. Would you imagine?
They just live out their school days, and yeah, I should play those games. So there's school days, and then there's a couple of inconsequential spin-offs. Like there's
retirement home days.
There's like a strip poker game. Some days, and then there's summer days, but I think it's an alternate universe. All I know is that they basically run out of people for Makoto to fuck. This is what I've heard. Like you could fuck Kotona's sister. What's her name? Kokoro-chan.
You didn't fuck that little girl?
I am almost positive that Makoto fucks his own mom. He has to fuck everybody. He fucks so many people.
That seems like the logical conclusion to dating games, to eroge, is just that where your character is such a monster that you don't even have to worry about like boundaries, like fucking kids or fucking your own.
I didn't realize that had audio. I apologize for that one. I googled school days Makoto fucks his own mom to be sure. But this doesn't look like his mom. Who the hell is this? Is that Kotonoha?
Yeah. No. That looks like Sekai because she got the little.
Oh
bit off the top.
No, that's his mom. That's his mom. That's Ito Moeko. Let's listen to his mom. What does she say? I mean, the game has animated. It seems like it's a pretty high quality visual. Not like it's got animated full on.
Got annotation.
Nudie scenes. Laughing or getting impregnated.
Do you think?
Test.
Do you think? Do you think his mom gets pregnant and then gets murdered?
Oh no, I don't know. That would be too much of a
ambiguous ending, by the way.
Yeah,
ambiguous ending where
What?
it's like where she says, "I knew she was lying" in reference to murdering to whether or not she had a babby in her tummy, whether Seikai had a babby.
Oh no, that wasn't ambiguous. She said there's no one in there.
But I think it's a lie. I think she's delusional. You're gonna carve a bitch open and be able to find the baby that easy?
I mean that's true, but I think that's sort of you got to suspend your disbelief for that one. Like it was just kind of assumed that it was like okay, well there's a little fetus in there. Yeah, I mean I don't know why she would. I don't know.
This show makes me sick. This show makes me a little bit sick.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple episodes
This is
are
really off-putting.
Makoto and Kotona trying to convince Seikai to have an abortion. It's
This
like,
is
okay,
really
this
a disgusting show.
This has gone very off the. I don't know if you deserve this. It is crazy.
Seikai did not deserve that. Let's go on. Let's go on.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the show deserves to have that. You know.
No.
No.
There's some leaps. There's a rape in this show. Look.
Yeah.
The first.
Yeah.
I would say the first 8 episodes of this show are enough craziness to where you could have made that the entire length of the show.
Yeah.
And you watch the descent into utter debauchery, and you think it can't go any lower, and it shouldn't go any lower, but it keeps going lower. You know, I would have been satisfied with enough where we get the drama of this dude just becomes a gigolo, and all these girls are basically destroyed by it. You know.
Yeah.
And then they come around at the end and kind of learn or get revenge on him.
Right.
But instead, it's just murder, and I didn't feel like it was satisfying.
Yeah, that's another neat reason I need to play the game is because I don't know if it's like this or if this is supposed to be like a deconstruction, like a very satirical, fuck this game's disgusting. We're gonna.
It is.
Are you not entertained? We're just gonna fucking
GTA style, just fucking.
Yeah, just turn it all the way up to subvert it. I don't know.
It's really it is I would say it's disgusting and despicable.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much perfect. It was just the whole time I was going, oh shit, fuck. Even though it was all pretty expected, but it was like, oh my god.
I'm not proud for enjoying it as much as I did.
Yeah,
it is.
It's like what? It's like bum fights. You just want to know how low it will sink.
But it pushes the envelope in terms of what's the most tasteless thing we can make. And this has got to be it. It really is somewhat it left a definite impression on me in a way that a lot of shows do not. It did go so far to stretch even the boundaries that I have,
Yeah, I have almost no limit.
Yeah,
but I was still like, oh geez, come on, really?
I was willing to give him the rape, and I'm sorry to women out there. I'm sorry. I'm willing to give him the rape, but there's a point where it just stops. It's just I'm totally removed from it, and I'm just observing it as an outsider. I'm no longer a conscious viewer at a certain point, and I'm more just kind of tracking how you write this and I stopped being invested in the story as being involved with the characters and started being invested in the story as where can these plot threads go? How do these people intersect, It removed me, but in a way that was entertaining. I felt like I was getting things out of it, but it wasn't being involved in the story.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's how I enjoy most shows at this point. It's just I have to analyze this at a meta level because if I just try to actually ingest it as is, it's not going to be enough.
This is one of the first things I would say that I applied a truly critical eye to. Where with other things, I was trying to get enjoyment out of them, but this is a different kind of enjoyment, and I would recommend it to somebody in terms of if you're interested in seeing how low the medium can go, how disgusting a thing you can make. This is good. It's like Solo. It's like 120 Days of Sodom. You know, it's what's the most foul thing we could put on the screen? But it doesn't. It's not it's not disgusting to look at. It's just these notions are disgusting.
Yeah. And but and still all this time, through all the stuff I absorbed about the show before watching it, I was like, oh, it's still not like they are doing it on purpose still. Like it's like they do make him a piece of shit. I thought this whole time was like, because the way people talk about it, they make it sound like, oh man, I can't believe they made this character this way. He's such an asshole. I was like, oh okay, they're gonna accidentally, because he has to fuck all this women because it's a visual novel. They're gonna have to make him fuck all these women while still pretending he's a nice guy. But no, like it is on purpose. Like it is part of the plot.
It's definitely part of the enjoyment. Is like seeing how low they can take him. You know, a fucking by like the 4th or 5th episode, I was totally into like understanding that there is a statement being made here.
Yeah, but it's like there's not an art to it. Like they're not putting enough into the darkness of it. Like they could have. Yeah, it's just a weird halfway where like the presentation is very plain. Like it's a low budget show. It looks like shit. The music's it's not like horrifically dark music. It's just kind of normal.
I think the real issue
like
comes from him.
The facial expressions don't get like extreme and pained enough, but like the things that are happening are still way too much, and it's just very it's not good.
It's jarring. I pick up exactly what you're saying, where I was experiencing the exact same thing. And it's like, I think I just lost my train of thought. Fuck, I'm gonna get it back. Hold on.
Okay.
It's about, I think the real issue arises from the simplicity of Ito as a character, or Makoto in the second half of the show. I think that's the real crux of where it would work. It would be really, really like, it would be artful if there was something happening with that character, but he just dissolves into the fabric of the story at a certain point, and he stops being a real character. Not that he was ever a super compelling character to begin with, you know.
Yeah, he was very standard to begin with, and then he just became like,
nothing.
What are you doing?
He becomes baffling.
Yeah,
but that's part of the way I enjoyed it. So I don't know. It's a strange product.
I'd be curious to know how much of this was on purpose and how much of it was an accident, because like at one point, like they had to have known that it was going to get real dark at the end, but like it's still, you know, he's like the things he's doing are still so inexplicable up to that. So I'm wondering if like they were like, I don't know, I need to know their thought process. I need to interview the people who made this television.
It's an amazing artifact. It's just like it will stand alone for as long as anime fandom exists, basically.
Yeah, no, there's a reason it's legendary. It's it's a thinker.
It just I still am formulating my opinion on it at this moment. It's like again, within the first 6 episodes, I was really into what they were doing, you know. But I was never I wasn't ever super invested in the characters. I was super invested in like the overall theme, and then from there, you're on a fucking roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Which you can't get off until it's over, and then even when it's over, you just don't feel like it's truly over, because the ending is not. It is climactic, but at the same time, it's like so strange, and I just couldn't believe what I was watching at a certain point. You know, I don't know. And
we still obviously, one of the reasons this show is still so well discussed is because of the legendary the day the last episode was supposed to air. It involved a girl stabbing a guy, and in Japan, a young girl had stabbed her father like the night before.
Nice.
So they did not want to. Can you imagine a country where someone stabbing someone is like a big deal and like people care about it? But it sounds nice.
I stabbed my uncle the other day.
Yeah, no, just didn't even care. He just walked it off.
Yeah,
it's just like, hey, standard barbecue. Only 3 stabbings.
Look, I fucking went and got the fucking tooth, the floss out the cabinet, and then got a sewing needle and sewed him right up. And then we shook over it. And then we finished our fucking barbecue pork sandwiches.
But yeah, they showed instead of showing the last episode of this show, they showed, I don't even know what it was, but. The famous screenshot of the boat going across the water.
That's what that is. Okay, shit.
Nice boat is School Days, yes, because instead of having a commentary thread on the show, like 2chan had, they're just talking about what was
that's what that is.
What was airing instead? Yeah. And so they're just watching this boat, and someone said, "Nice boat," and that's the show. There you go.
Fucking okay.
Oh, you didn't know? Okay, I'm glad.
That's a piece of history.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Imparted upon me now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm glad we fucking watched this thing. I'm really glad we watched this, because I don't know. I feel like there's a part I'm whole now. I feel like I'm a full boy. Man. Well, I don't have people. I feel like this show's been talked about to death, but I'm glad we got to put our own stamp on it. And it might just be in line with everything else that's been said about it, but that's fine because I enjoy being a part of this larger societal phenomenon. You know?
I feel like a lot of people haven't really experienced it, and it's it's really something.
It's a unique entertainment experience, I would say. It's
a weird blend of themes and tones. One thing I did want to show is it reminded me heavily of something. This scene from MacGruber, which I haven't seen MacGruber. I don't know why I know this scene. But you listen to this scene and tell me that the people who made this movie haven't seen School Days.
Why did he do it? Why did Combs kill your wife?
To this day, I have no idea. We actually all went to college together.
Believe it or not, we were very close friends.
After graduation, he got engaged to her. He asked me to be his best man. And right about that time, I started banging her and mowing her box. She was actually the first person I felt comfortable enough around to let eat out my butt. Anyway, shortly thereafter, she left him for me. She was actually carrying his child at the time. I asked her to terminate it, obviously, so we could start fresh. And she agreed. We were so in love. And he took that from me.
It's really fucked up.
Thank you.
Fuck, MacGruber looks great. Fuck,
a lot of people swear by that movie. Yeah, I don't know.
It's really fucked up. That is really fucked up.
Started mowing her box.
Anyways, we gotta talk more. We gotta talk more about Makoto. He's disgusting. He's disgusting. He's truly a deplorable.
He's got game though.
He's a deplorable creature. He's really.
He got game.
I don't know if he has a weird like autism or
a weird penis autism where like he just has to. It's like, you know how they do the thing where they have to touch stuff and move their body. So he has to do that, but in a vagina, and it has to be his penis.
He says, as if it's not both of us. But man.
He's just it's like instead of having a blanket or instead of rocking back and forth, he just has to thrust violently inside a new girl every single day.
He's probably fucked. He's probably second only to Don Draper in the sheer amount of women fucked in the course of a television program.
I mean, there was No, he didn't fuck Kotonoha. It's Sekai. He didn't fuck Setsuna. It's two mean girls.
He did fuck Setsuna.
No, he didn't.
Isn't the implication that
no, absolutely not.
They bang? Doesn't the door close? Doesn't it fade to black?
No,
fade to black means fuck. Fade to black means fuck.
I'll give it to you. So it's 4.
There was the threesome,
and then there's
or foursome.
I think there was 3 of them there.
So that's 4.
Or were there 3 and then one showed up at the door?
3 and then one showed up in the door, and she was down with it.
So that's 4 total.
That's 3. We're going to call it 3. There was 2, and then one showed up at the door.
Oh,
so that's 4.
Okay. So that's 7 ladies total. Yeah. But then he had a whole bunch in his phone. So yeah, no,
he fucks the most of all in all of fiction.
Yeah, no, there's a reason. He has that reputation, and you know what? Turns out the internet was right.
He's a modern day Genghis Khan.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, that's a good job there, I guess.
Yeah.
Should have put a rubber on it, but
yeah, dude.
I guess they succeeded for the most part.
Got a rubber up. Got a rubber up.
You said this show affected your life heavily. Is it just because you were thinking about it?
It was always in the back of my mind, and it just made it. This might have changed the way that I think about media.
It's just like a parasite. It's just it's always going to be there now. Everything is going to be compared to School Days from now on.
I've been consuming, as I told you before this podcast, I've been consuming a lot of directors' commentaries, and it really put me into the perspective of thinking about theme when criticizing what the overall goal of a project was, and like what each individual scene does to reinforce that theme. Yeah. And that's kind of how I approach this. And what a show to approach that way. Hot damn. And I just consistently was thinking about it and maybe the most I've thought about anything while watching it in anything in this podcast. And I don't know if that's an endorsement at all, but that's all. That's just how my life was. I would just be showering and thinking about school days. Yep.
Yeah. I just had the idea. I wanted to search Gaia for school days.
What do we got?
I can't find my I can't log in. Hold on.
Oh, you need to log in.
I might have used the 3 Weebs email. Okay, yeah, hold on. What?
I thought the cell phone charm was going to come back.
It kind of did. At one point, someone mentions it. But, yeah, I don't... Because, yeah, what is it? Like, you put a...
You put a person as your background in your phone, and then you'll date them, basically.
Okay, so... I guess that works.
Yeah, it did. For everybody, it seems.
Oh, yeah, no, it really worked out. Good job, buddy.
Man. Except the one girl that Ito wanted to fuck, he put in his background. It was Katsura.
Oh,
and never banged her.
No, never banged.
Again, that whale.
I bet she put his head up to her junk at one point.
There's a blowjob scene in this. The scene where all.
We forgot the reason. The way everyone finds out that he's cheating on Sekai is that in the secret sex lounge during the Culture Festival, they had a secret camera, obviously, because the sex lounge was made up by the Mean Girls. And so, it's just like they introduced it. And it's like, hey, haha, we had a camera the whole time. They're showing everyone. They're projecting it. And just like one of the random girls who I think is in the Mean Girls, they just show her giving a blowjob, and she completely collapses and is absolutely destroyed by it.
Yeah,
it's fucking it's
a weird
harsh. Scene. But then that's totally inconsequential because the next part is showing him banging Mean Girl number 1. They just wanted to destroy one more woman on their way.
I think that girl was supposed to be she was supposed to be a good character. I think we were supposed to like her.
I don't know. Sure.
How's Gaia doing?
Click here to user. Why is my username TW Getter? What the fuck is going on? Oh shit. Okay, hold on. New password. Oh god, hold on.
3 Weebs. Nothing.
3 Weebs Getter. Everything else must have been taken.
Huh.
Okay, Gaia Online. Where are the forums? Take me to the forums. I need to know. I bet everyone's just like, what the fuck am I watching?
I'm disgusted. My 12-year-old watched this show and I'm utterly aghast.
I think it's bad for schools to promote Father's/Mother's Day. Last day of school.
Oh, no, dude, nice.
Wait, this
Good
is
for
showing
them.
me guilds and topic results. I guess that would be what I'm looking for. I am hoping some people on here has heard of School Days. I'm completely in love with it, and I totally want to spread its name around. Read it! Read it. Okay,
whoa.
This is a VN. When was this posted? 2010. So
I hope
hasn't seen the show, probably. User, what's your name? Lovely Lover 1999. Wow,
Uh-oh.
So 17 now. Or 18 maybe, depending on your birthday. Sayonji Sekai, less than 3. Katsura Kotonaha, less than 3. And finally, Ito Makoto, less than 3.
Uh-oh.
What is wrong with you, Lovely Lover 1999?
That can't be right.
What have you done?
There's a darkness in this.
Is this a Madoka thing where everyone's trying to hide the true nature? This person has a Facebook link in their...
Let's find out.
Oh wait, no, that's a
Damn.
That's a share this avatar on Facebook. Never mind. Shit. 5,400 points. Boys Sharman says it was a alright anime/manga. It was not a manga. Maybe it was. I don't know.
You have to have a strong opinion. I refuse to let anybody just say it was alright.
Well, but the ending just ellipses with 4 periods. Yeah, and then the emoji is sort of
really
a wide-eyed.
Super fucking.
And then this guy's signature is it's Boys Sharman with two smiley faces on each side. Lovely Lover comes back. I think the anime ending was better than the mangas, but they are both good.
They are both good. Or the anime's good.
Bloody Crimson Moon says, I don't like the story much, but I like the endings. Of course. What else is going on?
Discuss it! Discuss what it is!
Nope. I like it.
Talk about it!
I don't like it as much, but I like it.
No!
It's okay. So here's a School Days role play.
What?
Oh, they all have. Oh wow! Wait, what is this?
Darkness.
Is this fan fiction? What is
This
going
is
on?
darkness.
Oh, this is a guild. School days roleplay. A fun outlet from. Oh wow! A fun outlet from reality for other school days fans. I hope this really works out to be a good project for me. Yeah, because this is the reality. This is the reality you want to fucking escape to.
Dude, bro, you fucked my girlfriend. What the fuck?
I just want to escape from reality. It's so harsh. Dude, what the fuck? You fucking fuck my girl. Fuck.
Because everybody wants to be Makoto. Nobody wants to be the girls.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're Makoto. Here's some fan art of Kotonoha dressed up as Yoko from Gurren Lagann. Makoto
that's
is
great. That's great.
Is Shimon. The only other two anime characters we've mentioned this entire episode, which is kind of weird. Makoto Ito is a young Japanese high school student beginning his second. Okay, that's just a summary. The following after. Okay, it's so view forum. So there's a whole forum.
We got to look at
guild.
some mal reviews. I want to look at mal reviews, please.
We need a set guy for the role play. No one wants to be poor set guy. I can join at these moments. I can't join at these moments because I have exams. I hope that you aren't mad, but I can join in the next role play.
No, don't. You don't have fucking exams.
Why not?
The fuck? You're going to dedicate 100% of your time to exams?
It looks like the only posts are like, okay, we're waiting to start the role play, and then no one ever actually. Oh, starting thread for the first RP.
Okay.
Hearts Chaotica says, we're going to alternate through stories until we start a new one, and then I'll start another sticky for our next story. This one's going to be based more off the school days world, no AUs, alternate universes. In this one, please, wait until your name is put under the character's name before you start posting. Enjoy. The setting will begin the first morning of school at the train station. Kotonoha is squished in a corner of the train station, struggling to flip open the doggy-eared page in her book. Excuse me. No one hears her small voice. Who's she talking to? And then she brushed off a strand of hair. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Sayo X Kanon comes in. Setsuna picked up her book. Here, she hands it to Katsura. How's it going, Katsura-san? They're going to go through the whole thing.
Why can't my mans get tenses right?
Yeah.
Why?
You just write a word and you just forget about it after you're done with that word.
Fuck,
you don't
what?
care.
Why?
This one's nicely formatted. Is this a poem? Is this a poem written by Tsuki Yomei? Who is even Hikari Kuroda?
Fucking Lord, fucking why?
Hikari
Declan,
Kuroda.
why can't they get tenses right? This is really bothering me.
Hikari Kuroda is Loop Girl.
Okay.
I don't think this isn't even part of the. This is just like skipping ahead a bit. Everything about you is how. I'm gonna read this poem. Okay, hold on. Everything about.
No.
Everything about you is how I want to be.
7 billion people! 7 billion people on Earth! Fuck!
Your freedom comes naturally.
What?
Everything about you resonates happiness. Now I won't settle for less. Give me all the peace, P-E-A-C-E, and joy in your mind. Everything about you pains my envying. Heart, 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 heart. Wandering the hallways aimlessly, Hikari hummed a soft tune as the loopies in her hair bounced along with her movement.
Good, thank God she's also Loopy Girl then.
Fuck me. Oh my God, this is amazing. She never felt so low, so dirty. Boy.
Ooh. I need to read mal reviews for this.
Oh,
I need to know.
They're gonna be just like normie fact, like fucking just like this is so fucked up. Don't waste your time watching this.
Go to 5.
But Gaia is like. Gaia,
they're clueless. Gaia people are clueless.
No contact with the outside world. Like if you put a bunch of children in Antarctica and just had them grow up, and you had them watch this, you'd just be like, "I love Makoto. Yeah, this is sex."
I don't understand what the problem. Like they just don't. The social relationships just don't click, huh?
I mean, as far like this show, like you'd think that role playing for this show would be kind of crazy, but they're going through the most mundane, like. Makoto rolls over in his bed and looks at the digital clock on the nightstand next to him. It reads 7:45 and it's green blocky numbers.
See, the show doesn't even go into this much depth.
No, there's no reason to have that much detail. These people want to have multiple year-long school days role plays, and it's like, come on, guys, have some realistic fucking.
They're gonna write more dialogue for Ito or Makoto in the first 5 minutes than is actually in the show.
The first post in this forum, I believe, is January 1st, 2010, and I can find ones as far as January 14th, 2010. And let's see, they start out with him waking up in the morning. What's the last thing they get to? Do you want to have lunch with me? I mean, if you'd like to. All right, so you might get to the killing in like 2045, motherfuckers. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, here's one.
Just do Digimon like every normal person.
Oh my God, October 19th, 2012. Someone really This is insane. Someone held up hope for this
it's not
roleplay
good.
for 2 years
not
despite
good.
no content. They're giving character summaries. Holy shit, man. What the fuck?
Imagine they could have learned another language in that
They could
time.
have done so much. There's all these other characters, by the way. I've never heard
Could
of.
be- could be president.
Oroha Hashimoto, Futuba, Neo. Man.
OC. They could have been president if they dedicated this much time.
Ivy Springs says, I'd like to be Makoto with no punctuation. L. Lolly at 17. Can I be Makuto?
Makuto. Very bad.
Oh, man. Koto-chan.
I'm sorry, Gaia.
Holy
I'm sorry,
shit.
Gaia people.
No, they don't.
No,
Fuck you.
No, they're deep enough to where they do deserve our sympathies. Oh,
my
man.
God. So yeah, the very last post I believe is page 2 of this characters list. Can I be Hikari Kuroda? I wouldn't mind playing as Yoko Kira. I think I can deal with her. Says Raven Mikako.
Yeah, you think you're fucking better than her even?
Christ
Douchebag.
almighty. I just watched the ending of School Days, and this is out of the roleplay forum.
Thank God. We finally made it.
Xanax Lullaby. Wow.
Nice.
Okay, all right.
I fuck with this person.
Sounds all right, actually. Or just extra fucked up if that's not ironic. I just watched the ending of School Days, and is the title of the thread, and the content is, wow, I want to gouge out my eyes. To which Sad Skeleton says, okay.
All right.
Igor the Great says, then stop watching it. He already said he watched the end, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up.
Got him!
It's like a train wreck. It's so horrific you can't look away. Elka says, decapitation!
That's a reference to Brutal Legend. That's a Brutal Legend reference.
Oh, is it really?
Jack Black cuts a demon's head off as decapitation.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. This 2016? What the fuck? Is November 2016.
What do we got?
This is less than a year old.
What do we got?
This thread.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm glad people are still discussing it. It's iconic.
fuck?
Iconic.
People are referencing Brutal Legend in 2016.
Oh, I didn't even consider the dude. It's
People are talking about a 2007 anime and referencing Brutal Legend.
Did they make a Brutal Legend too?
No.
No.
There was like a panel at like recently where it's like Tim Schafer and Jack Black talking about Brutal Legend, this bad game from 2009 that Jack Black probably doesn't remember. So that sounds great. That's the last thing from Brutal Legend I heard because that game stunk. Yeah, it's just people being like, boy, this ending's crazy, as if that's the only part that's crazy. Weirdos.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think we might have the most in-depth discussion of School Days on record. Everybody else was too reactionary. They're just the only thing they could think of. They're like fucking goldfish, man. The only thing they could think about was the last 15 minutes of the show. You know, there's so much more.
Kai Raff says, yes, School Days and Clannad are my most haunting anime that I've seen in my life.
Just fucking actually say something. Say anything. Fuck!
I mean, if you assume everyone else in the thread has seen it, I guess, I
guess this is probably a distant memory for them, too.
It's a bit disturbing. I wasted half my life watching that. What?
This person is...
Lucis Ensis, do you have that 51st dates disease? What is the matter with you?
This person is 5 hours old.
XX Scarlet Rain the 13th XX says School Days is the worst anime ever. I can't even believe I wasted my time on that.
Shut the fuck up.
I think it's worth it. I mean, it's really.
They don't even know what
dissect.
bad anime is.
They have no idea. Again, you haven't seen Brynhilder, motherfucker.
They haven't.
I have to teach the world to Brynhilder.
Okay,
they have to know.
You can reference that, or you can reference just watch every episode from every season for the past. Watch the first episode of every anime from the past 2 seasons.
Pick a random show.
Pick anything. Pick fucking anything and tell me it's the worst anime ever made.
This might be the most sensibilities, assaulting, but it's in terms of just general all around badness, the amount of boring you'll get by just throwing a dartboard. Again,
when you watch the first episode of every anime coming out during a season, there comes a point where you stop being a person and just kind of become a blob, like a mess.
I am content absorber.
You just sit on whatever sitting utensil you've got.
Sorry, I'm reading another signature on guy.
You're on a couch or you're on a chair, and you just melt into it, and anime is shot into your eyeballs.
Speaking of Xanax Lullaby, yeah, no, anime is visual Xanax.
Hit me. What you got?
Here's another thread. Who thinks that School Days ending really weird? Oh, School Days ended really weird. Yeah, weird is the way I would explain.
Fuck.
Yuzuno says, does anyone think of that? I think that School Days on final episode is kind of crazy, wide-eyed face. But then
is English not these people's first language?
His signature in like a bright blue font with like a little gif of a bear dancing. I can speak Japanese, but I suck at English. I hate people who fakes.
Same. Dozo Yurushku.
This thread is from 2008. Oh, okay, so that's more appropriate. Not really. The game is well known for its violent endings. I know, right? I knew about the game after the show, and even then I was like, geez. Yeah, good. Chaos Pirate. Not really. The ending was great. No one says anything besides about the ending. The game has worse endings. Kotana was pretty cool in the last episode, though. What? You think... I think the way she's a broken doll. Talk about. She actually does. I think she's exhibiting some actual signs of schizophrenia. The way she thinks everyone is gaslighting her, like she thinks everyone is plotting to get Makoto to leave her.
Well, when every single person in the school comes up to you and tells you that you're not dating the boy that you're dating, I'm sure that would kind of have an impact.
But if you were a sane person, you would notice that he's not talking to you deliberately. So you'd be like, oh, okay, his interest is waning. But she's just like, oh no, she set her up to kiss him, and then they're trying to like,
He's got a weird magic. Like he must have traded his soul to Satan for like social magnetism.
The dick makes you forget. The game has worse endings. Kotana is pretty cool in the last. Yeah, no, that's not. I don't think that's true. It was the perfect ending, but then again, I'd prefer Kotana had used the saw like she did in the game.
She did.
Yeah, no, she did. What the fuck?
The perfect ending.
Or maybe she killed him with the saw. The ending was definitely right for Makoto, but poor Katsura Kotonoha, it was just wrong for her. I don't know what that means. That's ambiguous. That's like content-free.
She didn't deserve it, I guess. But
the ending was fitting for that sex-crazed Makoto. Yeah. He deserved what came to him. Sekai too. Wait. What is that? It wasn't that bad.
Sekai got fucked. She did murder Makoto.
She cheated,
but she got fucked.
She helped him cheat. She cheated with him.
Well, she like. I feel like
she knew.
She kind of like succumbed.
She definitely put up the most effort out of anyone. But yeah. I feel bad for Kotonoha. Everyone feels bad for Kotonoha, but she's crazy and also a murderer. Whereas Sekai is just a murderer. She could have toughened up and made Makoto her man, but she was too damn shy. That's about Kotonoha, I guess. That's a weird...
This person who was at a base level, not able to do this thing, should have done this thing. This person who was fundamentally broken shouldn't have been. Okay.
This person who has not seen or played School Days. So wait, what happened at the ending? Don't really care about spoilers. I just want to know the ending. I only watched 7 episodes. Dude, you're more than halfway through.
How are you not roped in?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Fuck.
You know what? Maybe this show only works now. Maybe it works way better in 2017.
Nah, people would talk about this for so long afterwards, man. I don't know. The ending was pretty weird, but yeah, Makoto deserved what he got. So did Sekai.
It's not
hates
weird.
Sekai.
Give me something other than weird.
Not that weird, really.
Fuck. Weird is the lamest fucking adjective you can use.
The first person who knows the nice boat thing needs more spiral energy. But yeah, fucking, why does everyone hate Sekai? It's so weird. She tried to make a... She tried
honest man out of him.
She tried to make him... Yeah, she tried to make him take responsibility for his fucking childs. These people. Man.
I think it's because they only see her. They just. I don't know how you watch this show and don't take away from it that Sekai, something. She got a raw deal, man. Like she.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think they only look at her
more raw than the other two, certainly.
They just look at her and see only the aspect of she helped him cheat. But like there's other things happening internally for her beyond that.
They see Kotonoha and she's the shy moe one, and they don't put any other thought into it. Yeah. They just think like, oh, she got cheated. Yeah, it's fucking bizarre.
Seikai's getting exploited too. Like she's getting straight up abused, like emotionally at a certain point where like he won't commit to a relationship with her, and he's just stringing her along as like she's literally a side hoe. You know, like it's really really brutal. These people they're wrong. They're wrong. I don't agree with them.
I'm trying to find out if this is bait. I'm so happy. One, really? Makoto wasn't the bad guy in the anime. He was a victim. It was that bitch Sakai. I still can't understand why she seduced him after hooking him up with Kotonoha. It was her that corrupted him. It was her that corrupted him.
I hope
don't hate Makoto. It was Sakai that got him addicted to sex.
I
really hate that bitch with too many asterisks. They censor themselves. BITC. Okay, no, that's right. She created the monster. All those girls in the school wear sluts too, so you can't even blame him. And then his signature is a girl with an eye patch in a doghouse.
You gotta somebody put the FBI on this fool. I'm pretty convinced this guy became a mass shooter.
That's totally bait because Sizzling Pancake says, wow. Wings of Darkness says, the whole show was just crazy. I mean, seriously, was there a girl in that school that Makoto didn't sleep with? Yeah,
Kotonoha. Bam.
Onigiri Flash. Nice boat. Yeah, no, good stuff. Random Villagers. Oh, okay. We got Random Villager 42 agreeing with I'm So Happy 1. Agreed. Makoto is the victim. The uncensored version is kind of nice. Yeah, no. The ending made me lulls. That was one nice boat, says Sephirist in March 2008. That was probably funny back then. The ending was great, like perfect. Yeah, no, I guess we were wrong. I guess this is actually a great show.
I didn't say it wasn't. I never once.
It's very immersive. I couldn't. Yeah, it's
maybe
just
think
really
differently.
Really absorbs you.
Rewired me for sure.
What do you think about Makoto Ito in this other thread? Hello, guys. I was wondering what everyone thinks about the character Makoto Ito from School Days.
Am I the only one who thinks he's a giant monster?
I want to know if there are people who out there like me who likes the character despite how a mega ass he is.
What is there to like?
What a mega ass. Yeah, like I really need to know what they see in these people.
There's nothing. There's nothing. He is nothing in the second half of the show other than fuck monster. He's a boogeyman. Ito's a fucking boogeyman.
Why do you like him, OP? Says Ryucha. Yeah, I really need to know. He seems to have the potential to be a good boyfriend. Are these girls?
It's all girls.
Are girls? They're actually this fucked up, aren't they?
Show me.
God, this show is real life.
God.
Berry Sweet Promise says.
Can you click into one of their profiles, please?
Berry Sweet Promise. I can't actually. Dangerous Lunatic.
No fucking kidding.
Oh yeah, nope. There's a picture of her. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
He has the potential to be a good. What gives you that indication? What is your what the fuck's the line from Apocalypse Now? Or no, from fucking Full Metal Jacket.
Major malfunction.
What is your major malfunction, lady? What is about you?
Wait, where the fuck?
No, there's never once a moment where he's a good boyfriend.
But he is also a teenage boy. It irritated me how he is dating a girl he likes, then kicks her to the curb because his best friend offered him sex. I mean, he did not even officially break up with her, and everybody hated her for no reason.
Is this person regurgitating the plot?
Yeah, just nothing. And the conclusion I made with the series ended, the retribution for being an asshole is to die a painful death.
It bothered me when the show happened.
Let's see, next person. But I get what you're saying. He have been playing with a lot of girls' feelings and expect to just go to scot-free without having to get in trouble. He is unfaithful and also indecisive. But despite all that, I can't really come to hate him. Wait. What is wrong with you, Reaperlet? Do you have a picture of yourself too? No, you don't.
I couldn't bring myself to hate this person who basically every element of his personality is about being a giant monster.
Speaking of Vietnam movies, Doro Hedorobro says he was a sexual Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, no, I don't know why. It's just this one messed up chick who is just kind of turned on by him because you know
he fucks a lot of girls.
Because they like these, its popularity leads to intimacy. Zanvi has a little bit of soft spot for him. He was a patient, shy, innocent, kind and curious boy. No patient.
Patient? He literally just he breaks up with fucking. He doesn't. He fucks around with Seikai because Kotonoha isn't putting out
a few episodes.
Patient. Patient. Their entire show is based around dudes not getting any. Patient. There are dozens and dozens of television programs that revolve around like, my girlfriend won't kiss me. Blah.
Ew, what do I do?
Oh no, my girlfriend hasn't put out after we've been dating for fucking 4 days.
Gaia is
It's a cesspool,
man.
huh?
We need to archive the entire thing. I need to make a fucking crawler. Like if it goes down, this is endless. We could go into caves. We just found a fucking 3 years spanning role play for fucking school days in Gaia. We need to preserve this.
There's a market for a Gaia archive somewhere.
I need to fucking just spend. I'm not doing anything at work. I need to write a Gaia crawler and just save the whole fucking thing. I don't care how many gigabytes.
It belongs in a museum.
I have that Backblaze account. I could just make a new bucket and just store all of it. I need all of it. Although there's captures, aren't there? Fuck, I'll figure something out. But yeah, that's all I think we have to say about school days. It's all we have to say about Gaia.
I think Gaia speaks for itself, Declan.
Gaia can be its own lawyer in its case.
What do you think? What do you think Descartes would have to say about this show?
I mean, is it I fuck therefore I am? I don't know what you're trying to.
I have nothing. There's nowhere to go
besides give her the dick. That's the two obvious. You knew about that. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. That's what Makoto heard. I don't know what I don't know what Descartes said, but Makoto heard give her the dick, and he didn't know which her he was talking about.
Is give her the dick the greatest comment of all time?
It's ubiquitous, but yeah, when you think about it, it's like it's a very funny set of few words.
The amount of times I said give her the dick.
Yeah, no, it's become a meme of sorts, you might say.
It's pure. It's a pure meme.
I guess.
Because it could be this dude who likes pornography and also Descartes.
Oh, right. And he's like, it's like, yeah, give her the dick.
You know, like it's authentic. It's an authentic meme. Like it's not an intentional meme. It wasn't created with the intention of becoming a meme. It was just a stroke of brilliance that was too beautiful and radiant to not become a meme.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Give her the dick.
Give her the dick, but don't.
Only her.
Yeah, only her. Yeah, only her. Only give her. Give only her the dick.
Fabric of society cannot.
We've mended it. We've mended this meme. Give only her that dick.
The fabric of society will fall apart if you give anybody other than her the dick, as we've discovered through school days.
Thanks for the learnings.
Thanks, school days.
Thanks.
Look to the past as we head for the future to reclaim the digital world. With faith in ourselves and trust in each other,